Welcome back to the Weeb Mind, guys. I'm Nick, and whoo, I am inching closer and closer and closer to absolutely maxing this place out. I've said that a few times, but every time I make things more efficient, well, I gotta make up for it somehow. All right, well, things are starting to warm up a little bit here. I'm gonna have to start turning these fans on a little better. 70 degrees Fahrenheit, 71, ooh, that's not good. Oh man, and it's the middle of winter, right? Those two fans up there might be a little loud in here, but I have to keep the fans going, otherwise it's gonna get warm pretty quick. Those two fans up there are on low, these are not running, so if I need to improve airflow, I can certainly do that, but we'll see. I'm gonna give it a little bit more time, but we just got done adding another rig and more stuff. All right, in the last video I said I had two 3090 Suprim X's coming in, right? Well, they came in, they were used, and they work flawlessly. Actually, they work really well too. One of them's right here, 3090 Suprim X. It's sitting there hashing. It's getting about 127 on Ethereum. That's actually, you know, I can't really ask for any better. And the one upstairs works flawlessly in the home theater PC, okay? I can run, but basically put it this way. I can run 8K pretty much max settings on Call of Duty Vanguard. Yeah, I know it's Vanguard. Max settings, max shadows, max everything, and still stay over the 60 frames per second limit. You know, it's 8K 60 hertz, so you can only see 60 frames. I can hang over that, and it runs nice and smooth. The only problem that I have with that game is, well, it's programming. There's nothing you can do about it. It turns these weird glitches once in a while and stuff, and you know, it's inherent in the game. It's just, you know, it's Activision coding like crap as usual, so it is what it is. But those two cards aside, I built this monstrosity. That does not look terribly appealing, right? I apologize to everyone who ever cable managed anything or built the rig, because this thing looks just horrendous. It looks atrocious. It looks like garbage. It's bad. Okay, this thing is this thing is way over spec for stupid. This thing consumes, let's see, 3, 4, 6, about 700 watts, but there's two 1600 watt power supplies in it. Oh, basically what this is, this little goofy ass rig, along with those power supplies, the motherboard, those were all like backups that I had sitting around. Okay, it's always a good idea when you're doing this stuff to have backup equipment sitting around, because hey, if a motherboard goes kaput, you got to replace it or fix it or do whatever. And basically what I ended up doing with this guy is slapping it together to try to start maxing out this room. Okay, now as I keep tweaking and modifying stuff and making weird hand motions, things, you know, I start saving a little electricity here and here, and then I'm like, oh, well, that means I can add another video card or two over here, here, right? And just keep going. Well, that's the whole idea. Okay, just a bit of info. The LHR rigs. I got 4 LHR rigs now. LHR 1, 2, 3, and now 4. And they are all doing dual mining on Ethereum and Alephium, or however you say it. I don't know. And I have to say it's actually pretty good. Like basically on a 3090 Ti, I could normally get those right around 90 hash on Ethereum. But if I sacrifice 10 hash and bring it down to about 80, 81, 82, something around in there, it can then do Alephium, and it works out great. It's sacrificing just that little bit of hash, and you make up like 4 to 5 times that much doing Alephium. So these guys are actually fairly profitable right now. Oh man, but coming over here, this is a weird mix, okay? This guy right here is the MSI Suprim X 3080 Ti. All right, that is what was in the home theater PC, and I swapped it out for the 3090 Suprim X. And like I said, you know, swapping out to the 3090, there's no, if you're running 2K resolution, 4K resolution, or even standard, I mean, you know, 3080 Ti is, you don't need anything higher than that. You're not going to use it. The only time that you realistically need to go to a 3090 is if you're trying to push that 8K resolution, because that extra memory on those cards, instead of that 12 gigabyte, you get 24 gigabytes, and the games, math and things in technology, whatever, it runs better. So if you're trying to game in 8K, your only option really is a 3090. I mean, you can do other ones, but you're going to have to bring those graphics down significantly. And oh man, I can't complain with how it's running upstairs. And the great thing is when I got those Suprim X's, I hooked them up both here, right? And I tested them for about 12 hours or so. And one of them performs slightly better than the other in terms of power usage. Like the one that I put upstairs was actually using up 10 watts less power for the same performance. So that's the one I put upstairs, trying to manage that heat. And I had to replace the thermal pads. Replacing the thermal pads in these guys, it seems like a nightmare when you pop it open because it's got a ridiculous amount of them for, it's just weird as how it's built. But in actuality, if you're just replacing the ones on the RAM, the video RAM, it's really easy. It's like 2 millimeters on the front, and on the back is 3 millimeters, and there's these little strips that are 1.5. Real easy to swap. And I had to do that to the one upstairs, because the one upstairs, the memory was hitting 100 to 104 degrees Celsius, which is unacceptable, especially in a living room where I really have to control temps. I was like, okay, I don't have a choice. I have to replace the thermal pads, and I did so, come back, and those thermals went from a high of 104 degrees Celsius down to a high of 86 degrees Celsius. 86 degrees Celsius is absolutely acceptable. So very glad I did that. I even added like an extra thermal pad here or there just to try to make it work better. I don't know if it helped or not, but it works, so it's great. That stuff is working good. But we also got this. Okay, back on this a little bit. These are 3060 Ti's, all LHR cards, all right? Why am I buying 3060 Ti's? Like, if you're trying to just mine Ethereum, 3060 Ti's are not great at all. They're just not. Each one of these guys, you know, I'm getting like 42, 44 hash on Ethereum. Not bad, doesn't consume much electricity. I mean, it's 140 watts sitting around there somewhere, probably less. Oh, I should probably walk over here and take a look. But here's the thing. When Ethereum goes bye-bye, these cards are actually going to be the most efficient. Let's see, what am I looking at here? Oh, right there. Looks like they're sitting around a little over 40 hash on Ethereum, and that bottom blue number under each one of them is Alephium. And it's not doing bad at all. Not at all. And that's the reason one reason why I went ahead and got it, because I can make up for what it's not using on Alephium and better. Okay, good, decent little bit of a profit there, I guess. But one of the reasons I got these is because there was a couple of videos out there. One specific one that unfortunately I'm bad at remembering. I can't. I watched it like a week ago or so. And he did a comparison, and then I looked into it further, and I was like, okay, this guy's got something going here. 3060 Ti's are one of the best power to performance ratio cards that there is. Okay, if these were not LHR cards and they were full hash, it'd be the absolute best one to get. And I started thinking, okay, well, the whole idea for me trying to get as much as I can going is to look for the future past Ethereum. And the 3060 Ti's, you know, in terms of power and performance, they're some of the most efficient ones that you can get. And, you know, they're not the most efficient, okay? But when you combine that with its ability to hash and mine, you know, you combine those two averages together and boom, these come out on top. So I actually want to start just nabbing up a whole bunch of 3060 Ti's, as many as I freaking can. I really want to get a whole bunch of them. So that's a bit of a problem though, because I can't. I mean, I can't. Okay, I could add I might be able to add like 1 or 2 more cards to this, but the thing is, there's room for one last card. One last little card, and it's probably going to be a 3090. It's going to go into this rig. This whole rig's 3090s. That whole rig's 3090s. There's one over there. There's one over there. There's one over there, and there's one over there, and there's one up there. You know, I got 3090s all over the place, which is I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but like, share, subscribe, hit that notification button, guys. I need to figure out one to put here. I got my eyes on a couple. The guy that I bought those used Suprim X cards from, I have to say, they work beautifully. Now, chances are I'll have to, you know, before summer comes around and things start really heating up in here, I'll probably have to replace the thermal pads of that, as long with a few of the other ones, because I should be doing that anyways, right? So I'm going to definitely have some work cut out for me to get those thermals down. And you know, I have to say, so far, everything is running good. The dual mining Ethereum Alephium, I think I'm sitting maybe at 7 gigahash total on Alephium. Let me take a look. I got it sitting over here somewhere. Let me bring up the mine here. So to do this, 7.109 gigahash on Alephium. So that's not bad. That's not bad at all. I'll take it. The Raptorium miners are still going. They're doing what they do. And basically the only thing I'm worried about, I got 2 things to worry about right now. 1, digging up a 3090 at a decent price, and 2, paying bills. Okay, my credit card wallet coon here came into play, and yeah, I owe some money. Doing and buying things that I probably shouldn't, but in the long term, hopefully I benefit. By the time everything is completely done and I get that last card, including all the other computers around the house that I have turned on mining, we're going to have 60 GPUs running total. And oh man, how many of those are 3090s? You got 8, see, 6, is it 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, so let's see, is it 19, 20 3090 cards. I got 20 3090 cards. That's a lot of power. And 3080 Ti's, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my God. The rest of them are pretty much 3080s, except these guys. You know, those are the 2080 Ti's. They're great. Whatever. I'll talk my head off, but guys, 1 more card is all I need. We got this place maxed out. Like, and I don't just say maxed out because I don't have room or anything. I got room to add a few more cards and stuff here and there, but power. I'm tapped on power. That's all it is. We have to somehow go to phase 2, which is essentially rebuilding the garage. But in order for that to happen, we need a lot of Ethereum. And hopefully some of it starts rolling in, because pain in my wallet and bank account and credit cards. Yeah, got to pay those off at some point. We'll catch you in the next video.